At the ReAwaken America tour event that we discussed the other day, yesterday, which, by the way, quick side note, and then we'll get to Mike Lindell having yet another kind of mental unraveling on stage. But he lost his last marble on stage, I'll say. But before we get to that, I got a strike on my YouTube channel for a video I uploaded yesterday. Luckily, I appealed and they successfully removed the strike because it was me watching videos from this ReAwaken America tour and there's QAnon stuff, and I was fact checking it, but they thought it was me. And y'all remember I got a strike a while ago for something similar, a QAnon thing I was covering and debunking, but they thought it was me pushing misinformation. And so I got the video taken down and got the strike. I was so stressed and so angry because the last time this happened, they didn't remove the strike. They didn't realize that they were wrong. And I had to wait an entire week not doing the show. Oh, it was terrible. I told y'all I love the show so much. I love doing this so much that taking an entire week off was terrible. Now they obviously, because you're watching this video, they removed the strike, which is good. But just a little side note there. Now back to Mike Lindell at the Trump Doral Hotel at this ReAwaken America tour event. QAnon stuff is being pushed, and he's there. Obviously, Trump called into this event. Don't forget, associating himself with the absolute worst of the worst when it comes to conspiracy theories, dangerous views, all of that. And Lindell said this.
So here on January 7th and 8th, they shut down 1.2 million Americans, and actually across the world. There were churches, people that still were going to speak out got shut down, and everyone else was put into fear. So what happened was you had people that our real president lost his Twitter, lost his Facebook. Remember those days? So they wanted to kill our voice forever. And I've used this analogy, and I'll use it again. When I was a kid, we'd have black and white TVs. We'd turn them off, and they'd go to this little tiny white dot, blue dot, and we'd sit there, and who could get the dots this small? Before it went out, you turn it back on, it would come back to life. Now, Grant, that dot was our voice, everybody. On those 2 days, that dot was so small you couldn't even see it. We were Nazi Germany, about to be Nazi Germany, where nobody was going to speak, nobody had a voice, and if you did speak, you're hauled away, and the rest of them were put into fear.
He compares, I guess, right after the 2020 election to almost Nazi Germany, which when people say stuff like that, either they have absolutely no understanding of history and they don't understand Nazi Germany, or they absolutely don't understand what's going on now. Both. It's obviously both. Because I guess he's saying that people being suspended on Twitter for violating their terms of service, having their Twitter accounts taken down, is the same or is close to Nazi Germany. Imagine the privilege you have to say that. Imagine how easy you must be, experiencing life, how great you're walking down easy street. If you think your Twitter account getting taken down is the same as Nazi Germany, or like he said, we were about to be Nazi Germany. And then he says people were hauled away. Who was hauled away for spreading misinformation? No one. You went on a private platform, okay? And when you signed up on that private platform, it said, do you agree to our terms of service? And you said, yes. And then you violated it. And part of the violating of terms of service is that then you could be kicked off of the platform. That's just how it goes. Just like how when you walk into a store and as you're walking in, you see no shoes, no shirt, no service. And you accept as you enter that building that if you were to come in with no shoes, no shirt, you wouldn't get any service. That's just how life works. It's a private business. You're walking in, you're accepting their terms. Now, you can not like their terms, fair. You can say they shouldn't be as censorious, fair. You can advocate for, try to leverage large populations of people to change companies that are very popular and very used, their policy, all fair. That is not even in the same world as Nazi Germany, obviously. It's not even, don't even bring that up within the conversation. Sometimes I say, comparisons don't mean you're saying two things are at all close to one another, because it's true. I could compare a leader to Hitler to make a point by going to the furthest logical extreme. That can happen. That's still dumb what he said, because he wasn't just saying, look at these similar elements. It was trying to equivocate, trying to put into the minds of his listeners a level of victimhood that is so uncalled for, so detached from reality, that my reaction just has to be but Mike Lindell is very much, you think, I know, while I'm saying this, you think, oh, Luke, my goodness, why are you focusing on some random owner of a pillow company? This is why.
So you all see, when I ran for RNC chair, there's a reason for that. You know, you say, well, what good came out of that, Mike? I'll tell you a lot of good. I got to know a lot of the 168. Now, is there good ones and bad ones? Yes, there's 3 from every state, okay? A chairwoman, a chairman, and then a committeeman, and a chairman. So now, Ronna McDaniel said one thing. She said, I will work with Mike Lindell. Okay, she did say that, okay? Well, I've got news. She is. She's called me many times and said, what can we do to help the people? Well, we'll see if it's good, okay? Because right now, the RNC...
So it's true. Ronna McDaniel who is the chair of the Republican National Committee, is coordinating with and taking advice from, getting counsel from MyPillow Mike Lindell. He's influential within the Republican Party somehow. He was an ally of Trump, and now he's still involved. And that should terrify us to our very core, because he's not able to, I don't even know what I'm trying to say. Yikes. He's not doing good, obviously, and that's sad. But the fact that he's being taken seriously is really, really unfortunate.